Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to yet another episode on the Snowmobile. Yesterday, or the last episode that I had, this snowmobile was ready to go. I even pushed it outside and I was getting ready to take a rip around the block. But it wouldn't start. I have no idea why. Because previous to that episode, you just pulled it and it started, usually in the first pull. So I just don't understand it. The only thing different that I did was I poked a hole into the radiator. How could that prevent it? And I find that it's really hard to pull. So it's not like there's not enough 50 to 1 premix going into the carburetors. Every time you take the spark plugs out, they're wet. So I was thinking, ooh, maybe it's a valve adjustment I need to do. But it was running great for the past couple of episodes, you know? So I didn't understand that. And doing a little bit of research, I found out that this Rotax Bombardier twin engine doesn't even have a valve cover, you know? It's called a Rotax because it's a rotary valve engine, which I have no idea how it works. But I saw a couple videos and there's like this round plate, and this plate moves with 2 big holes, and every time the hole coincides with the thing, it opens the valve or something like that, you know? Well, I don't know anything about that, you know? I don't know whether or not it could skip a tooth or something, you know, and be off timing. And then I thought maybe I put the spark plug wires on the wrong one, right? But the length of the spark plug wires depict the fact that it goes in the right place, and I don't know whether or not there's a difference in timing from the spark, or is it a simultaneous spark like most opposed twin engines on lawn tractors. So I'm not sure, but I don't think it's wrong, because the wire that's furthest away, you know, they're both different length spark plug wires that coincide with, you know, how far they reach, you know, so it looks right. I saw that there was another video on the fact that in really cold weather, and we're talking like below 20 degrees Celsius, right? Or 2 degrees Celsius. That's really cold. Here it's, I mean, it is 29 today, but I mean, I don't think that's the reason. It's getting fuel and all that stuff. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to pour some 2-stroke oil down the spark plug holes. I remember that's the way it got started the first time I got it started. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try anything to get it started, you know? Also, from yesterday trying to start it, I had a blister on my hand. It's gone away. It's been a couple of days. I decided to add one of these things to it. You know, it's from a crutch, an old crutch. I cut it to get it on there. It seems to hold pretty well. I'll just point it this way. I also took the air filters off, thinking that maybe that might be clogging the air or something, which doesn't make any sense, but I did it anyway, just to give it the best chance, I guess. So I've been pulling this morning a few times. I primed it and everything. It's so hard to pull.
That's what she said.
Prime it again. All right, spark plugs it is. Gotta take the spark plugs out. See this spark plug wire? This is shorter, so it goes there. This one's obviously longer, so you assume it goes there. You can't screw it up. Wet. Getting fuel. See if it's flooded. It's fine. Just gonna put some 50-to-1 mix in here. That's plenty. All right, let's pull it now. Oh, damn it. Took the spark plugs out again. I have it resting over here. It's darker so we can see if there's spark or not. And also I want to clear the chamber again. I'm going to cue the camera so it's so close that you could see the spark. Here's a good view of it. See if there's spark. I mean, I could hear the spark. Okay, I put one spark plug back in. Got a compression tester on the other one. Holy shit. Usually 5 pulls is a good test. We have, it's in halfway between 75 and 100, so 90? It's a little bit more towards the 100. I don't know why they don't put numbers on them. There. See? It's on the high side between the half, so they don't put anything between 75 and 100, so it's a difference of 25. Half of 25 is 12, right? 12.5, so 87 and a bit. Just call it around 90. How's that? So that's not very good, is it? Okay, put the spark plug back on the other one. Put the compression tester on the left one. Let's give this 5 pulls, see if it's around 90. There's 5 pulls, and this is less. This is like 80. That's not very good compression, is it? Does this have a compression release like lawn tractors do? So to increase compression, at least just for testing, I'm going to pour a couple of drops of 2-stroke oil down the hole. It's going to be a trick. That's more than enough. Just want to coat the rings, or yeah, the piston rings. All right, spark plugs are back in. 2-stroke oil in there. Ooh, that was much easier to pull, see? Let's prime it a couple times. it's hard again. Should we get this outside and try to go for a ride before it stalls? Riding one-handed. So the two-stroke oil helped it get lubricated so it was easier to pull. Let's test it out and see if it starts again. What's up, Chris? So I was talking to my neighbor. He came outside. He saw me ripping down the street. He says, I gotta go see this. We've been talking for about 15-20 minutes. Will it start without priming? Let's go. just noticed this. Do the tracks have spikes on them? I must have ripped up that asphalt out there, the road. Look at that. I never noticed that. I don't see any spikes, but I guess the tracks are in decent shape. I see a little dry rot, but I think the tracks are in pretty good shape. It's got some, still got the knobbies on there. Here's one of them. I think that is a spike. Look, there is a spike in there. Cool. I just ripped up the town street. Obviously, I'm super amped and stoked from what I just did. Never did I think I was going to be doing that with this machine. It was something kind of like the golf cart where I was out of my element and I had no confidence in getting it running. And my goal, of course, was to ride it, right? Even though the golf cart, I believe, was a failure, a lot of people told me, hey, Henry, all you needed to do was ride around the block and get it running, and you did. Give it some gas for the first time. I'm driving the golf cart! And then I eventually sold it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But this thing rips, man. I had it on barely a quarter throttle, and it was going like 35 miles an hour, okay? On tracks, on the street. So I was getting a little nervous if I went any further because I was holding the handlebars with my hand, with the thumb on the throttle, holding the camera so I could show you guys what's going on. But if I felt that there was one time that I leaned backwards a little and I, throttled more, I almost flew off. Can you imagine if I flew off? Holy shit. Anyway, this thing could rip, all right? And I just think it's fantastic that I got it running again. I'm a little bothered by the fact that the compression really wasn't very good. Leave it in the comments, fellas, if you guys know about these sleds. Was that an accurate reading of the compression? I believe the left one, the left cylinder was about 85, and the other one was about 90. Okay, let's just call it that. So it's around the high 80s on both. Is there a compression release for this? I don't know, because when there's a compression release on the cam, it doesn't give you an accurate reading on the real compression, right? And then, of course, to fix the compression, we put a little bit of two-stroke oil in there. It did take 3 or 4 pulls to get it going, right? But once you heard it turn over, you knew that it was going to work. And then, after it's been running a bit, it fires up pretty easily. Could the oiler not be working, which is why the piston rings aren't getting any lubrication? But I've got pre-mix in there, so it's being lubricated with some type of oil. Anyway, it's a hoot, because I don't think any of my neighbors, and plus Quinn the mailman came by, I don't think they've ever seen wheels on a snowmobile before, I think it's really cool, and of course they all think I'm a nut, you know what I mean? But that's fine. It was super fun riding this thing. I look forward to snow, and when snow does come, I'll put the skis on and I'll go ripping again. But for now, man, I can go ripping with this, on the street. And it really isn't that hard. It'll take like maybe 15, 20 minutes to switch them over again. But I'm happy because yesterday I was completely like down in the dumps. I was very frustrated. I felt like a failure. All that work, I had it running, but I never got to take a rip on it, But today I'm on top of the world, because for me to be able to ride around the block in this thing, I never thought I could do that. I could have been out there all day, if my neighbor didn't come out. I had to stop and talk to him. But hope you guys enjoyed my multi-series. I think I did about 15 episodes on the snowmobile. But we got it running, and I don't have any intentions of selling this thing. I mean, not that I would get a lot of money for it anyway. And if you add in the time and effort that I put into it,
you know, I'd rather just keep it. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'm going to keep it, but I mean, for now, I guess in the wintertime, I just keep it here. I put a total of the guys that sold me the lousy kinked hose and the fittings and stuff. That was like $25. I complained to him that it was this. I showed him pictures. He refunded my money. So I only basically spent about $15 on the steel T-line for the fuel splitter. That's all I spent on it. I haven't spent any money on this. Everything else, the seat, I fabricated myself, welding this, the wheels I had, paint I had, zip ties and brackets, all this stuff I had on hand from parts from lawn tractors, you know? So this thing didn't cost me not more than $15 because I got it for free! 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 That's right, free. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You guys have a wonderful winter, and we'll see you next time on Mowers and Blowers and Snowmobile.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.